You need your journal, your booklet, ruler, glue, writing utensils. Then you're going to get up, come over here to the black shelf, select your triangles, an envelope, patty paper, and a couple, your choice of colored pencils. Back to the table. Take your envelope, flip to the page we did yesterday, exploring mid-segments and similarity. Spread a little glue on the back, put it down, and place your 4 congruent triangles in the envelope. Okay. Take your journal, set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and talk about mid-segments. Okay. Mid-segments of triangle ABC. Take your patty paper and write the definition. Mid-segment are segments that connect the midpoints of the sides of triangles with a common vertex. Once you get the definition down, take your ruler and construct a triangle of your choice. It can be acute, obtuse, or right. It can be isosceles, equilateral, or scalene. Once you have your triangle, label the vertices A, B, C. Now, taking your vertices, let's discover the midpoints of the sides of our triangle. Fold vertice A on top of B, drag your finger and pinch. When you undo it, there's our midpoint D. Do the same things for A, C, fold C to A, match the vertice, drag your finger, pinch, and there is our midpoint E. B to C, or C to B, pinch, and there's my midpoint D, E, F. Almost forgot my ABCs. Then I connect the dots, and I have 1 mid-segment, 2 mid-segments, and my 3rd mid-segment, thus creating 4 congruent triangles within the larger similar triangle. All right, now let's talk about the congruency of each one of these triangles. Let's start talking about the sides. Side AD is congruent, we use 1 hash mark, to DB, which is congruent to EF. Notice that EF represents triangle EFC and triangle DFE, which represents the reflexive property. Next, let's talk about side DE is congruent to side BF, which is congruent to side FC. Again, DE is reflexive property. Last but not least, AE is congruent to DF, which is congruent to EC. Now talking about the angles. Angle A, we use 1 arc to represent it, is congruent to angle ADF, which is congruent to angle FEC, and they are congruent to angle DFE. Then we have our second set of congruent angles, which would be this angle here, using 2 arcs, is congruent to angle B here, which is congruent to angle CFE. Now let's talk about our 3rd angle here. Using 3 arcs, we show the congruency. And those angles are congruent. The triangle that gives a little difficulty in deciding its congruency is this triangle right here on the inside. It's a reflexive or rotated triangle, and we can determine the congruency by, if we have 1, 2, that means this angle is congruent to the 3rd set of congruent angles. 1, 3, that means we need 2 arcs here to make it congruent, because these 3 angles add up to equal a straight line. So we know that we have to have 1, 2, 3, because 1, 2, 3 adds up to 180. So there's a relationship there. Now we finished our congruency. We're going to take this, put a little strip of glue on the back, take it over to our journal, and glue it right below altitude. So we have medians, perpendicular bisectors, altitudes, mid-segments, and tomorrow we will tackle angle bisectors. Mid-segments. So in your triangle booklet, go to Ms. Haley's examples, and new page, we're going to talk about mid-segments. Graph your 3 points, and in mid-segments, our definition uses midpoints. So you need to graph each midpoint, 3.5, -2, and -1.5, -2. Then, taking your ruler, and these midpoints are the same midpoints, if you've noticed, that I've used before. So you're using your same midpoints in your same triangle that you've used before. Connect the dots, and there I have my mid-segment. So you need to create the same thing with your triangle on your side of the booklet. All right, thanks guys for your time today, and I will see you on Wednesday or tomorrow bright and early. Bye.